It is week 3 of high school football season, and teams are now playing conference rivals.
Yeah, we got News 8 Sports Director Matt Rendazzo and Corey Kuffler live at Davenport Assumption for the Score on the road.
Hey guys, yeah, a beautiful Friday for high school football. Week 3 of the high school football season, which means after tonight we'll be a third of the way through the high school football season. Time flies, and a big one here at Assumption as the Knights get ready to take on North Scott. We're joined now by the head coach, athletic director. I think he's the maintenance guy and a little bit of everything. Wade King joins us now. Before we'll put your coach's hat on first. We'll get the athletic director stuff in a second.
Okay.
A 2-0 start for the Knights. What have you seen that you like from your guys so far this season?
Second half, we played much better as the game has gone on. We're hoping we'll show up and play a little better in the first half. Could be trouble if we don't, because they'll jump out early, and so we've got to play better early in the game and just keep playing good second halves.
Well, you're 2-0 to start the season. How's the confidence gotten with these guys? It seems every win seems to do something confidence-wise for them. Mm-hmm. How are they feeling this week going into a North Scott game?
Well, they're typical high school kids. It doesn't take a whole lot for them to be confident. But no, we think we've had a decent week of practice for the most part. I'm sure that they're ready to go. I think they're excited about this game. It was a game that they were hoping to have on our schedule when the schedules came out. So, yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, North's got a great program. Coach Tippett does a great job. You've watched film, I'm sure. Kind of the same North Scott stuff. I know they have a really talented quarterback, Kyler Girardi, that does a lot of good things.
You bet. Well, they've beaten 2 really good teams already. They do what they do. It's a real nice tribute to their program. I mean, they just turn it out every year, and they do a lot of things right. They do their weight room right. They have the commitment to athletics there. So it's no surprise to see them, having outstanding football teams every year.
I'm going to say this, and you're going to kind of scoff a little bit, but you've been the face of this program for what, 26 years now, 25 years, something like that.
That's a heck of a face for a program.
What keeps you coming back? What do you enjoy about year after year coming back and still being a head coach here?
Besides hanging out with us.
I don't know. I mean, it's just the way of life. I don't know what I'd do in the fall if I wasn't coaching football and around it. So I can't really tell you for sure. I think my wife would like it if I found something else to do once in a while, but I don't know. It's fun. You get energy from your players, our kids, and right now, we're having a lot of fun.
A few years ago, we were playing a lot of Thursday night games for Assumption.
Yeah.
Sharon Brady Street Stadium. We're here at a brand new stadium, Jack and Pat Bush Stadium. What's this place meant to you guys? And you're smiling because it's nice to have a home, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's outstanding for our school and certainly for our players. I think, we're still, this is, I think, year 3 here in the stadium for us, and we're still trying to figure everything out. It's just a great facility, but, we played at North at Brady Street last week, and I forgot how easy it was to just get on a bus, drive to Brady, and come home. But, I've got some great help here, and it's fun to be the guy to turn the lights off when it's all over with.
Mm-hmm.
Are you able to focus on just the game, knowing you are coach, athletic director, and everything else that you do here? Or are there other duties you have to do throughout the day before the game even starts?
Well, there's a lot of things I try to get taken care of in the morning. You can see the field's kind of set up and ready to go. I try to get as much of that done as possible, so I have the afternoon to kind of get my stuff together, and it's become kind of a game day routine, and the people up there in the building kind of leave me alone.
Probably for the best on a day like today, yeah.
I still get a lot of texts and a lot of hate to bother you, but I'm going to bother you anyway. So anyway, it's all fun.
Back to football. I know you like your team. I know you kind of like them going in. What makes this group kind of not special, but has you guys going in the right direction?
Well, I think we have a senior class that has done a lot of things right. They participate in other sports. They compete year-round. They're in the weight room. You like to see kids that have put the time commitment and have done things right, have some things pay off. So, you know, we're not going to be happy if we only win 2 games. So we're just going to, you know, keep taking it one game at a
There's
time.
those cliches. The king of cliches.
It's, you know, people say that stuff because it's true, but you know, we go about our business. You know, we're excited for tonight. You know, it's great for everybody except the coach, but you know, we're gonna embrace it and you know, try to play a good football game tonight.
In a couple weeks, you start district play, and that's what means a lot, because that's kind of what gets you into the playoffs and
Right.
where you want to be. But these games are important too, as far as building towards that, isn't it? Aren't they?
Well, yeah, I mean, goal number 1 is to stay healthy and keep all your players on the field. But you certainly want to develop kids and you know, find some depth and you know, we're playing some JV games early in the year to try to, you know, get everybody on film so that, you know, we can evaluate what they do. And yeah, I mean, the early part of the season really has a lot to do with how you move forward. But you know, we don't discount these games at all, but we want to keep getting better so that when districts hit, we're ready to compete with everybody.
Well, we feel bad because we were one of those people that said, "Hey, we hate to bother you, but can we bother you today?" But we appreciate it. We know you have a nap
No
to get
worries.
to, lunch,
Yeah.
then a nap, and then another nap, or something like that.
Second dinner.
Second dinner. No, we appreciate it. Wade King, the athletic director, the head coach here at Assumption. Again, a big game tonight. Davenport Assumption versus North Scott, a MAC rivalry, if you will, when the other sports except for football. So a lot to get to tonight. Plus, we got a lot more football to talk about later on in today's show. Some great matchups on both sides of the river, Geneseo versus Moline, and a lot more to get to. And also, we'll talk with, or you'll hear from, our guest griller tonight. After Julian Vandervelde was with us last week, it's the one and only Chuck Long making the trip from Des Moines to join us tonight. So a lot to get to tonight on The Score and more right here on News 8 at 11. But for now, we'll throw it back to you guys in the studio.
Sounds good, and thank you guys.